local election headquarters with new overnight results now out of New Hampshire at the stroke of midnight. The town of Dixville Notch cast the first ballots in the first primary in the 2020 election.
And Michael Bloomberg took that small northern New Hampshire community with 3 write-in votes. Only 5 people voted in Dixville Notch, which was one of 3 towns that voted overnight. As for the combined totals, here they are. Very early results. Amy Klobuchar leading with 8 votes. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren tied for second with 4 votes apiece.
All right, at least they did their civic duty, right? People shouldn't read too much into the results, though. Some polls are just opening right now, others opening at 7 a.m. For more on that now, let's head up to New Hampshire to Eyewitness News anchor Danielle North. She's in Manchester.
When Granite State voters wake up on this Tuesday morning, they'll be seeing news coverage and ads saying New Hampshire, now it's your turn, as the polls are opening at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they'll be staying open as late as 8 o'clock in some municipalities. So the last impression left behind by these candidates happening during a number of different events. We saw President Trump and the vice president at a huge rally at an arena in Manchester in front of a group of about 12,000 supporters. Senators Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren at 2 separate events on the seacoast. Sanders at a sort of concert-style rally with about 7,000 people expected to attend, and Elizabeth Warren with her final town hall meeting. And now all eyes are on what's going to happen in the voting booth.
The attention is focusing mainly on Bernie Sanders, who won here in 2016, and whether he can repeat. Polls suggest he's still the front runner. And Pete Buttigieg, the new face, the new name, the winner of the Iowa caucus. Those are the 2 names that seem to be atop most of the polling lists, but it means that we're watching very closely Joe Biden to see if he can surge here at the last second, and Elizabeth Warren from our neighboring state of Massachusetts. Can she knock off the king of the hill, Bernie Sanders? And that's the big question.
So voter turnout is expected to be high. The Secretary of State in New Hampshire telling us he expects 420,000 Granite Staters to vote in the first in the nation primary election. We should tell you that we do have analysts standing by all day to help us keep track of what towns will be key in deciding who is going to take New Hampshire. I'm Danielle North, Eyewitness News.
And stay with your local election headquarters. Full coverage of the New Hampshire primary today, Danielle, with live reports from Manchester continuing tonight at 5 o'clock here on Eyewitness News, and coverage all day on our website, WPRI.com.
And also tonight on our website, Ted Nesi will co-anchor a regional digital live show on WPRI.com and on our news app. That begins at 7 p.m. as those results begin to come in. And coming up in our 6:30 half hour this morning, Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming will join us live in the studio here with a look at what to expect today in New Hampshire.